Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. Today, we're going to talk about something special. I want to talk about a failure of mine, because I just watched somebody's video and they said something that made me think of having that same thought. I remember going through these thoughts, and it was because trying to do the Lord, serve the Lord, and eventually you get to a point, some people, not everybody, this is why I try to tell people, like, you're lucky the Lord made you the way he made you. That's why you're supposed to be happy that yourself. Like, when you see other people doing things or whatever, you're not, that's what the Most High said, don't envy other men or women and shit, because then you don't look at yourself. You don't appreciate what the Lord made you for. And everyone's made for something. Like, if the Lord, like, remember how I just explained the angel thing? And there's angels that only get to kneel before him and sing forever. You know what I mean? Like, you got to realize that's what they're doing right now, and they're always going to be doing it until he gives them a new job or something. Like, you know? And don't you realize, like, that's how the little angels fell to Satan? Because he convinced them, like, yo, he's a tyrant. Look what he did. He got you fucking stunting like a dummy, and you're stuck forever, you fucking dumbass. And look, I'm free. I can do this. Look at all my power. Get it? Angels fell for the same shit we fall for. It's the deceit in your own mind. We have our own... Alright, let me try to get on complete subject. The person said, I'm angry because I woke up and I really love doing this, and I love the Most High, and I really try to serve him with all my heart and do everything right, even though we all can't do everything right or whatever. And the stronger you go down the road, like I said, there's levels to this. Once you realize you are serious about this and you're like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, I like doing this in life or whatever. You either want to just do it and work on it and meet people, you know, that's like that, because that's what the Lord said to do. That's literally one of the, like, commandments. It's not a law, it's a commandment. He commands us to fellowship with each other because it makes you feel good. Don't you get it? It makes you feel good. You don't need to go and build a building. You don't need to know the deepest things about the Most High. You just need to be around each other. Like, the things got to kneel before the Most High. It has a purpose. And I understand that purpose because I never got to have it. This is why I get angry on this thing and show my frustrations, because I know someone watching, some of you have these things. You have people to relate to on the level. No matter what level you're on, you have this. So you can take the time to do this. Now, I found myself, even till like recently, when I had my disciple Danny, I finally understood it and I gave it a name. I call it the Superman complex. Now, the Superman complex is the same as finding out this truth, and you realize like the Lord is so much, and then you realize you're so little, but he still looks at you with all this love and that you're so great. So you're trying to find this in between of he's the great one, and he says I'm great and glorious and all this, and I'm this and that. And hey, how you doing, man? Good morning, good morning. And that's my old dude. I love that old dude. He always nice to me in the coffee shop. But it's a Superman complex. It's like the word chosen. That's why I try to tell everybody, like, don't want to be chosen. And for the ones that are chosen, like, be happy you're chosen, but because you're automatically gonna feel sad you're chosen. Why? Because the chosen are getting their asses kicked right now in life, physically, mentally. And if you're not getting it physically, then you're getting it mentally. So you're in the battle regardless, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, once you breach and you go to the next level of wanting to show others around you and stuff, and no one gets it, no one seems to even want to get on level 1, you know what I mean? Because we know each level has a level, and every level has a level, and there's levels on those levels. Duh. And I didn't know this for a long time. So I would always get angry at everybody and be like, yo, I am doing all these this is back when I didn't have all this ammo in my brain now. This is when I was looking these videos up, but I didn't have all of this stuff where I could just think and put it together the way I do. And I used to get frustrated because I was taking all these fucking hours and days and months out of my life to look up all these different laws and what they did to my people and shit. And I'm showing black people, my family and my friends, and we discussed these problems already. Like, yeah, what's wrong with this and why is this? And then when you bring the evidence, you're like, they look at you and be like, hey, you fucking telling stories. You're crazy. And that shit fucking burns you to the soul where you're like, yo, oh my God, am I crazy? But then you know you're not, because you're actually educating yourself. You're actually looking things. You can't be the fucking dumb one. You're the one learning things. And it makes you feel so alone. And then you know you have all this, when you read the scriptures and stuff and you see what the Most High says you could do and all this, you believe it and you know you can. But then when you're not doing it, it makes you fucking furious inside because you're not doing it. And you're like, yo, but you said. And I know you're real and your word's true. I've seen it. You've done it in my own life. So why is it not working? Why is it not working? And that's why I call it the Superman complex, because we want to be Superman. What I mean by Superman, who do we relate who do I keep relating Superman to? Jesus. What is his story? He saved the whole world. He preached and saved, right? So we end up wanting to do what Emanual, Jesus, said to do. Preach and help people. So when you don't get to do it, or when you think you're not doing it, that's when that sadness comes in. Because you're like, yo, bro, I want to serve. Like, you're serving regardless if you save someone or not. You're doing the work. You're changing yourself. The ultimate person you're supposed to save is yourself. That's the only one you can save, is yourself. You cannot save or wake anyone else up. That's why I call it Superman complex. Who's really Superman? The Lord is. You get trapped in a cycle of trying to be the Most High. And I wish I was still friends with this person, because I would have been able to explain to her, this person, their feelings and why they're so angry and why they're because you're fighting directly the Most High. You're not battling regular shit. You're on a deep level of this. You're not a normal person. You're not a normal thinker. You're on a level where shit is so high that you don't get that. You're wrestling with angels. That's what Jacob, and that's what it means metaphorically. You're wrestling against yourself, the law, and him. You're not figuring it out. I made a video about that shit a couple of months ago, and I was talking to my family members, and I was like, yo, I've been fucking fighting God for you this whole time. I'm fucking destroying my own life, and I'm not even realizing what the fuck is going on. Why you not doing the work, Lord? And because I didn't get it, I thought I kept trying to wake them up so much, I get angry. If I'm always angry, I'm always frustrated. Then my day's not going good. Then my health's not going good. Then I'm doing other things or thinking other things. Where you're not supposed to be, you're not where you are. You're not accepting that you cannot wake anybody up and that there are other people out there like you. There's just not a lot. They're so far in between that it hurts. And that's exactly what the person said. They was like, yo, I'm like really tired. And I was like, yo, I know what you mean. And that's why I started the YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Because you can't just call the motherfucker up. You don't know anybody else that feels like you. And all you could do is walk and live life and hopefully run into people. It's called living life. We don't get to live life no more. We're all older, so we have responsibilities, or we're tired, or we're working, and we're whatever. So we're not free to search for other people. That's why the online shit is popping. That's why everybody's online, because we're all searching for people that's like us. It's in you to want to be around a people like yourself. And it's not the color. It's a thought. It's a vibration. It's a feeling. And you know you need it. Everyone needs it. Why do you think people with the mask, when they put the mask on, they get together easy? Why do you think all the liars and cheaters and all the wicked get together easy? They had their fucking clubs and all this. Because they, even in that vibration of wickedness, still have the yearning to be around people on their level. And make people teach them how to do it that way. And it's the same thing. If you was on the opposite side and you was thugging and shit, and you couldn't get nobody to join your gang and everything, you'd be like, man, why ain't nobody listening to me? I got the dopest plans in the world. You know what I mean? And it hurts. It really does. Like, and not a lot of people get to experience this type of level of loneliness and of life. Like, we're all chosen. We all live. But like I said, some people accept their position in life. Like, yo, I'm not a teacher. I'm a student. That's why I teach what I teach, because I teach you are a student and you're a teacher automatically all through your life. You have to learn so you can learn. So you're automatically a student, and then you're gonna be around people, and no one's not gonna talk about things they know. So you're teaching people no matter what. As soon as you breathe, as soon as you talk, like every day, communication is teaching. You cannot want to communicate wisdom to somebody and talk about sports. I can hear you say something within that conversation, and it's gonna make me think of something else that has nothing to do with sports. This is what I could have communicated to this person. That, listen, you think like she said, I like the same thing I be saying. I wish I can get my GMB and shit. I wish I could make motherfuckers come to me, but you can't. Sometimes those people, it's not the time yet or whatever. You're across the fucking country, the world or something. The Lord said he scattered Israel and the Hebrews across the four corners of the world. That means the whole planet. We're everywhere. So finding one of them on your vibration is very, very hard. And then being able to be in the same location and everything, and then it's like I said, when you can't get through to people, or you think you don't get through to people, it destroys you inside. But I wish I would have still had be able to tell a person, like, look, some of your videos and certain things that you said helped me when I watched your shit. You know what I mean? So what are you talking about? You are doing something. You are doing something. You just don't have no one physically there to be like, yo, thank you so much, and and then you actually know the person where you could, you know what I mean, talk and communicate. So it's like we all stuck, and it sucks. But that's what the Lord was talking about how can I say it? Like not trying to be him and knowing yourself and letting like the forgive thy enemy thing. That's one of the major first things we're supposed to forgive enemies for, is not being able to see the truth and not being able to make them to see the truth. That's why when he went on the cross, he said, all right, Father, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. He's getting pummeled, and he's telling the Lord, don't pummel them right now. Don't pummel everyone in the entire universe right now. Don't pummel. They don't even know what they're doing right now. They think I'm their worst enemy, and I'm... You get it? What's going on, my G? Like, forgiving yourself is the hardest thing in the world. Forgiving other people is so easy. It takes a while. But forgiving yourself, you have to live every day. You get a new chance to make a mistake. You get a new chance to think the wrong thought. So you always have to forgive yourself for when you make your mistakes. So what does that mean? That means you must know when you're making a mistake in your life and stuff and be able to admit it. And not be mad because you were wrong. See, that's what I've said that recently in one of my videos. I don't get mad because I'm wrong and people make me feel bad because I'm wrong. I feel it for a little bit, but then if you're the one that tells me the right thing, I have to be happy right then and there because now I have the wisdom. You told me the right thing now. So now I was wrong, but now I'm right immediately, and now I can live accordingly. I can forgive myself for being wrong and then go about my day and adjust to that new knowledge, that new finding the path, the way. I accepted what I was doing and going on here a long time ago. You're gonna misquote things, you're gonna fuck up things, you're gonna whatever. You may see what you're supposed to teach and not know how to teach it the right way, so you're gonna be wrong. Why did I know that? Because I watched other people come before me. I watched them make mistakes. Like I had a good teacher, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi had a whole other channel. And I think they erased his first channel, and then he had another channel, and he erased it because he said it. I remember watching it, and it was right when I stopped watching him, and I started watching all his new stuff. But I forgot exactly what. But I remember he said, I'm learning new information that's bringing me towards a whole bunch of new stuff, and me going to live and do things and new, like not new, but I'm going this way now. And I said, wait up, that's weird. I don't trust you now. Like, where you going, dog? Like, what you mean? I'm on that level back there. And that's when I understood the levels. When you graduate, dog. When you're on the next level, you're on the next level. And the next level gets you to the next information, the next way of living. This is why it's hard to be, because whatever the reasons is, we don't have no master teachers to be like, this is exactly what the chosen people are supposed to do, and so you can, you know what I mean, like live through the bullshit. This is exactly what good people are supposed to do, to live through the bullshit. Let's not leave anyone out. Get it? The Lord did that because that is life. Without the not knowing, you're not alive. This is what the free will is. This is why he didn't program us to be good, because everything would be planned out. We wouldn't get to choose. And with choice is power, like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. The fact that he gives us free will means you have power. And every time you use your power, you're affected by it, not only the world. I hope some of this is making sense to whoever sees this that may be on this journey, because like the person said, I see myself in other people and they're on the old version of me or whatever, and that burns me up too. That shit used to burn me up too, and I used to get furious at that shit, because I'm looking at a reflection of myself, and then you get mad at yourself. See how it always, that's why you have to forgive yourself. And then when you actually see another person that's on that level, you need to be like, wow, it's working. The Lord's waking people up. A motherfucker's back there. I can look back and see somebody and they're waking up. Get it? You're supposed to be happy for that. That's progress. Like, don't you get it? I remember when I used to be mad. Imagine waking people up, right? And you get people vibration up and they want to follow the Lord, and the Lord goes, all right, you woke all these people up, now you got to move and never see them again. Every 5 years, dog, I've been doing this so long, and the Lord moves me away from the people I wake up. I save their life and have to move away. So I can go do it again and again and again and again and again until my service is over. I don't know when it ends. It probably can end. It can end whenever I want it. I can choose. I can choose right now and stop all of this and just live my life. I know what I'm doing now. I know how to live. I know how to follow the Most High. I get on here because other people don't. And every mistake I make in front of other people made. So they get to learn from my failure. And they don't have to be embarrassed by it. They get to watch me go on the cross and die in front of everybody. And watch all my enemies attack me. Get it? That's why he said pick your cross up. But everybody ain't supposed to do it. Because everybody's not built to do that shit. That shit hurts. That shit hurts. Everybody gonna laugh. Everybody gonna judge you for every single thing you're doing. Everything. The more of the light you bring out and the truth you bring out, the more they're gonna hold you that you gotta do it all. Even though the Lord wrote in the book, I'm the only one that can do it and yous can't. I'm gonna show you how to do it, and yous are in the time where it's going to be hard. Yous have been confused and yous have all these things that are blocking your minds and all these things. That's why in the, like, at sound the horns, that's why in the New Testament, Old Testament, it's in both of them. It says when the Lord destroys or whatever he's gonna do, when he changes the world and he flips it over and now the good people reign, he rewrites us inside. That's what it means when he says, I'm giving everybody a new soul. Everyone's getting a clean slate, the confusion, all of the, imagine all your confusion, all your pain, all your suffering, even though you went through it, but all of it was just gone, and you just was okay, and you didn't have the cycles of thinking about it, where you just, something happens now, you gotta think about it. No, all of that washed away, and you have just a clean mind and a clean spirit again. Get it? Then we won't be walking around worrying about what happened back then. We'll be worrying about the moment, what we're in. And since, the Lord says he's going to teach everybody, the new covenant, that means he's going to be teaching us together. Something different. I don't know how to really explain this. Stop feeling bad for yourself. Take your L's. Feel bad for yourself. Feel your emotions. But don't let your emotions